Shalom, Barakatah, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Rakahudash. Double honors to my leaders, the apostles, the great millstone. Shalom to the whole field elect. This is Job, chapter 27, verse 13. It says, "This is the portion of a wicked man with the Most High." Now, we're going to go into who's the wicked real quick. It's Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom said, "We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places," referring to the Renaissance period, the rebirth of the Edomites coming back into power. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down." And this is about to go down in the near future. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is about to destroy the Edomites' rulership. It says, "And they shall call them the border of wickedness." And this is the land of the wicked, right? And Esau, Edom, he is the border of wickedness. It says, in the people against whom the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have indignation forever. And the Lord have forever hatred against the Edomites. And that's righteous anger, because it's righteous that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is fed up with you Edomites for all the bloodshed you have done, for all the wicked criminal acts you have committed. And the verse above tells you that the Lord hates you Edomites, and the Edomites are you so-called white people. Now, let's get Job 9 and 24. It says, "The earth is given to the hand of the wicked." Right? So you go back in Genesis 27th chapter, I believe. Yeah, it's the 27th chapter. Our forefather Isaac, who is Yahweh Shah, he blessed Esau with the fatness of the earth. And he also blessed him with the sword. And if you look today, the so-called white man, he's the one that's in control. He's the one that had the fatness of the earth. This is how we know that he's the wicked. So it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The wicked is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And he covered the faces of the Most High, whose name is Yahweh, his son Yahweh Shah, our Lord and Savior, the prophets, along with the angels. And he done that by iconoclasm, by whitewashing, painting over our images and making, the images of the prophets as if they're so-called white people, right? You got angels, these devils got angels, naked, looking spooky out here. This is why Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to destroy Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And it says, if not, where and who is he? And who else is doing this? You don't see the so-called Africans, Arabs. You don't see the so-called East Indian, Chinese, Japanese. You don't see them doing this. You don't see them putting up images of angels, all right, proclaiming that they're the people, that they're God. That's the so-called white man that's doing it, who is the wicked. He's deceiving the whole earth to believing that he is the Lord's people. Okay, so let's go back to Job 27th chapter. So it says, "This is the portion of a wicked man with the Most High, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty." So basically this verse is saying is going into what the wicked Esau Edom, the so-called white man, who's our oppressor, he's oppressing the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, who are the true biblical Israelites, right? Who are the Lord's people, right? So it says, this is the portion of a wicked man with the Most High and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. So basically, this chapter is about to go into what the wicked is going to receive from Yahweh Shema Shah, Alishaya, right? Demon-like power, the omnipotent Yahweh Shema Shah, all-powerful. This is what they're going to receive. It says, if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. So, you see it today, the so-called, I don't want to say the word, but the so-called JEWS, they having babies left or right. And they think that they're the Lord's people. They read the scriptures, and the scriptures tell you to be fruitful and multiply, but you Edomites are multiplying and populating more babies for destruction. That's why it says, if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword. And the Lord is about to bring a sword upon Esau, Edom, so-called white man, the so-called white race. Let's get Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14:21, it says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. All right, so slaughter is being prepared for these Edomites, all right, for the iniquity of their fathers, and they are their fathers back in reincarnation. All right, so a massacre is being prepared for the Edomites, all right, and that's going to happen in the near future when our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shah Mashiach returns. It says that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son, and nephew, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah. So a great massacre is coming for you Edomites, all right? Yahweh Shema Shah is going to shed a lot of Edomite blood in the near future. It's going to be a great death on the day of the Lord. The scriptures tell you that the Lord have to cleanse the land by him that shedded the blood, by the blood of him that shedded blood, and that was Esau Edom, because he didn't just shed any old person blood. He shedded the apple of the Lord's eye, which are the Israelites. Therefore, you have to pay. Let's get Obadiah. Obadiah, verse 10 says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, Jacob represents the Israelites, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So for the violence, all the bloodshed that Esau Edom shed, the Israelite blood that he shed against his brother, all right? The violence against his brother, he's going to be cut off forever, all right? And this is all righteous way out by Shema Shah. Scriptures tell you he's not going to let the wicked go unpunished for what they have done. So this is a righteous thing. Let's go to Obadiah, jumping down to verse 18. It says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. This represents both southern and northern kingdom. It says, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah has spoken it. All right, so after Esau Edom serves his 1,000-year captivity, guess what? He's going to be destroyed completely off the face of the universe. Ain't gonna be no more Edomites, alright? And this is what coming in the near future. Let's go back to Job. Job 27:15 says, those that remain of him. I'm gonna read verse 14 again. It says, if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. It says, those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep. It says his widows shall not weep. It's going to see these other nations that's allied with Babylon the Great, aka America. Alright? This is Revelation 17:6. 16, it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, 10 horns represents the EU. It says, which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. And the whore is going into Babylon the Great, the mother of all harlots. Babylon the Great is America, right? So you're going to have American allies switch sides on America and send nukes as well to destroy it, because America is going to do something off the wall to get these nations upset. Now, let's go to Jeremiah 51:7. Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 7 says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh Shemashah's hand that made all the earth drunken. And all the nations are drunken off the culture, the philosophies of Babylon the Great. It says the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Right? So for following the ways of the philosophies of America, it destroyed these nations as a people. Therefore, they're angry and they're fed up. And in the near future, once again, they're going to be sending thermonuclear missiles to Babylon the Great as well, which is America. Job 27:16. It says, though he heap up silver as the dust and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver. Right? Now, this is going into the Israelites who are the just meaning righteous, and in their future, all the resources that these Edomites have, guess what? They're going to be ours in the near future. Remember, let's get Daniel's 7:18. Slack it. This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. It says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. So the saints is referring to the Israelites, Psalm 148, verse 14. Right? So the saints of the Most High, the elect of the nation of Israel, shall take the kingdom. Right? And it ain't going to be us asking politely. We're going to take the kingdom by violence, by bloodshed. Remember, it's a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. So this is what's coming to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. The saints of the Most High are going to take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. And this proves that the kingdom of heaven is going to be an everlasting kingdom. It's going to be eternal. It's not going to be temporal like these heathen empires that were in rulership. this kingdom that's coming, the next kingdom that's coming, is going to be an eternal kingdom. It's going to be a beautiful thing. That's why, we should love the suffering, because it's worth it, because I can't explain it, but I just know the kingdom going to be beautiful. Lord willing, with the elect, we're going to be beautified. Now let's get it's Isaiah 60:10. It says, and the sons of the strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. And the sons of the strangers are going to these heathen nations. It says, and their kings shall minister unto thee. So all these nobles, all right, these heathen nobles, princes, kings of the earth today, guess what? They're going to be the first ones in captivity, all right? Them and their families, all right? And they're going to build up our walls. They're going to build up our kingdom, all right? Because we ain't going to lift up a finger, all right? The same way we built up this devil kingdom by the blood, sweat, and tears, he's going to do it. He's going to do the same thing for our kingdom. It says, and their king shall minister unto thee, meaning they're going to serve us. It says, for in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. And Yahweh Shem Shah, he brought his wrath upon us because we broke the Lord's statutes and commandments. And we made the Most High furious. But at the end of the day, we're his people, and he made a promise to our forefathers, all right? That basically we're going to be all right. And we know that mercy is only for the nation of Israel. Psalms 130:7 tell you that. Psalms 118, mercy is only for the Israelites. It says, therefore, thy gates shall be open continually. So they're going to be doing hardcore labor all day except for the Sabbath. It says, they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. Let's go into that word, forces. And the Hebrew word for forces is Kayal. And it says strength, might, efficiency, wealth, army. Strength, ability, efficiency, wealth. The KJV translation, read some of the words. All right, it says riches, wealth, substance. The Strong's definition, some of the words, it says wealth, riches again. That was the point, We're going to take all the resources that these heathens have. We're going to take all their wealth. Because at the end of the day, it belongs to us anyway. But because of our disobedience, we had to go through the situation that we're in right now. I'm going to read two. Matter of fact. But that was the point right there. That was backing up Job, that verse. And it says, though he heap up silver as the dust and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare, but the just shall put it on. That's a precept to back that up. Where we at? Okay. This is Job chapter 27, verse 18. It says, he builded his house as a moth and as a booth that the keeper make it, right? And this is a weak dominion that we're in. This is a temporal dominion that we're in. That's why it's going to be destroyed in the near future by Yahweh Shem Shah. Okay? Now, this kingdom is fragile. It's weak. It's Isaiah 65, verse 17. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth. That's going into the kingdom of heaven, right? Because we know that the earth abideth forever, but that's going into the next rulership, right? It's going to be a righteous, restored rulership, a righteous dominion. It says, in the former shall not be remembered, nor come to mind. And that's going into this current rulership, this current empire that we're in right now. And that's the so-called white man, Esau, Edom rulership. Okay? It says, it shall not come to mind. It shall not be remembered. It's going to be completely destroyed, and it's going to be forgotten, you know? Let's get second Esdras. Second Esdras chapter 6, verse 7 says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the part and the sunder of the times? Or what shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow it? That's how the prophet, our forefather Ezra, asking the angel Uriel, when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followed? It says, And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau. That's symbolic of the Israelites taking the Edomites out of rulership, and that's going to happen when our Lord Yahweh Shah returns. You know, the scriptures tell you who is this that come from Edom, dyed garments from Basra. So it's going to be through Yahweh Shah, or Mashiach, who is an Israelite, all right, from the line of David, all right. He's going to be the one that's going to take the Edomites out of rulership. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So Esau is the end of an age. Going to the word world is going to the eon. You know, this current society that we in is coming to an end in the near future. This age that we in is about to be finito. And it says, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. And it's going to the kingdom of heaven. It's going to be an Israelite kingdom. And it's going to be an everlasting kingdom. Okay, let's go back. Job 27. Okay. This is Job chapter 27. Verse 19, it says, the rich man shall lie down, but he shall not be gathered. He opened his eyes, and he is not. So it's going to come a time where one day Esau, Edom, he's going to be in rulership. He's going to be still the rulers of the earth. Then the next day, he's going to be in shackles. That's what's coming in the near future. Because this devil and his kingdom is about to be destroyed. So it's going to be a time everything going to be all good. The next day, he's going to try to succeed in his new world order. He's going to think it's so sweet. But the Lord got something for him. It's going to be a time when he wake up and he in shackles. It's Job 20:4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth? So this was written from the beginning. The Lord already had this set up. It says that the triumphant of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Once again, the wicked is Esau, Edom. Right? So triumph of the wicked, the victory of the wicked is short. I mean, it's only for a short period of time. It's only for a moment. It says the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. And this devil, Esau, Edom, he is an actor. For example, these so-called small hats claim that they're the Lord's people when they're not. That's a form of hypocrisy. But all this is about to change, right? All the things that's going on right now is temporal. It says, though his excellency mount to the heavens, and his head reached unto the clouds, going to his proudness, right? Because Esau Edom, he's very proud. That's why the scripture says the proud gonna be brought low. Pride go before destruction. It says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung, like the shit you see in the street. He's gonna perish away. He's gonna vanish forever. It says, they which have seen him shall say, where is he? It says, he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. All right, and this dream that we're in right now, it's a nightmare, but it's gonna fade away. It's gonna come to pass in the near future because Yahweh Shah Mashiach is coming to deliver his people out of this hell, out of this captivity. It says, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. Right? So ain't gonna be no more Edomite rulership. And after they serve this captivity for 1,000 years, they're gonna be completely destroyed. They're gonna be wiped off the face of the universe. Now let's jump over. What's that? 20. Slakia. It's Job chapter 22. Matter of fact, no. Slakia. Let me jump down to verse 22. All right, Job 20 and 22, it says, as fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. All right. So this trouble is coming for the so-called white man in the near future. He's about to be going through some hard times. Straits is going into the difficulty. All right. The trials and tribulations. And that's what's coming to the so-called white man. He's about to be in a sad case. He's about to be miserable. It says, when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So just when Esau Edom thinks he's about to succeed in his new world order and try to cause the entire planet to take his charagma, which is the Alpha DCHIP, Yahweh Shem Shah is going to intervene and take Esau Edom out. You're going to catch Esau basically slipping. And this is what's coming, thus say Yahweh Shem Shah. Job 27. I think not 20. It's Job 27 and 20. It says, terrors shall take hold. Terrors take hold on him as waters. A tempest stealing him away in the night. So this was coming to Esau Edom. Great terror, okay? Now let's get Job 18. Okay, this is Job chapter 18, verse 11. It says, terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. It's going to so-called white man. Remember, terrors is coming, all right? A lot of pain and suffering. A lot of trials, tribulations, difficulty is coming to the so-called white man. It says, terrors shall make him afraid on every side. So everywhere you go, this devil's going to be shitting in his drawers, basically. It says, the strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It says, it shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the kings of terrors. It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. His root shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. And this is what's coming. This is self-explanatory. This is a good chapter. This is what's coming to the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. It says he shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remainder in his dwellings. That they come after him, Slakia, they that come after him shall be astonished as they, and they that went before were frightened. Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not the Most High. And this is all self-explanatory, This is what's about to happen to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right? He's about to be completely destroyed and chased off the planet. He about the Lord Yahweh Shemar Shah is about to wipe Esau, Edom off the face of the earth. This is Job chapter 27, verse 21. It says, the east wind carried him away, and he departed. And as a storm hurled him out of his place. Now, what is this wind going into? Let's get Jeremiah 51. Verse 1, it says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shemar Shah, behold, I'll raise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. And this is coming, a destroying wind. Thermonuclear fire is that wind that's coming, right? Because the Lord, he's about to put that war spirit in these heathen nations, right? To send the 200 million warheads to America to destroy it completely, all right? And also you're going to have our Lord Yahweh Shah and the holy angels. They're going to bring fire too. Because this place is already going to be in flames. Scriptures tell you that when the Lord returns, this place already going to be up in flames. And he's going to add more flames to it. It says, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted himself up in his brigadine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. This was coming. Thermonuclear fire, destruction, death, killing, bloodshed. And it's all righteous from Yahweh Shemar Shah. For the controversy of Zion. Zion represents the Israelites. The Zion one, Hebrew word, which means monument. So this is all about to happen for the controversy of the Israelites, for what the heathen, mainly Esau, Edom, have done to the Lord's people. Let's go back to Job 27. Okay, Job 27 and 22, it says, for the Most High shall cast upon him and not spare. He will fain flee out of his hand. So, no mercy for Esau, Edom. Let's get that. James 2:13. James chapter 2 verse 13, it says, for he shall have judgment without mercy that had showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. So Yahweh Shemar Shah, he's going to have no mercy upon those that showed no mercy. And Esau, Edom, showed no type of mercy towards the Lord's people. That's why Yahweh Shemar Shah is going to show no type of mercy to you devils. Once again, he hates you. He don't fuck with you. Excuse my language. And you ain't show no type of sympathy, empathy, no compassion, no pity towards the Lord's people. You furthered the affliction. You basically went overboard with it. You have to pay for it. Okay, it's Job 27 and 23. It says, men shall clap their hands at him and shall hiss him out of his place. Let's get Nahum. This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 19. It says, there is no healing of thy bruise. Thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap their hands over thee. For upon whom had not thy wickedness passed continually? So everyone is going to be rejoicing when Esau, Edom be destroyed. Because all the nations hate you Edomites, right? That's why they're going to send them nukes at you, right? And everybody's going to be rejoicing, even the land itself, because Esau, Edom, he's destroying everything. And in the kingdom of heaven, it's going to be rest. After these heathens serve their captivity, they're going to be sent to their lands, but they're going to be all right, But it ain't going to be looking good for Esau, Edom, so-called white man, right? Because this current rulership that we're in is wicked, Everyone is oppressed under the so-called white man. And even the heathens are going to be happy that this devil be destroyed. It's Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 15. It says, this is the rejoicing city that dwelt carelessly, that say in her heart, I am, there is none beside me. Okay, and this is how proud Esau, Edom, so-called white man is, right? He said, I am, right? See, this devil thinks he's the most high, and he thinks no one's beside him, all right? It says, how is she become desolation, a place for beasts to lie down in? It says, everyone that passeth by shall hiss, wag his hand. See, so everybody going to be rejoicing when the so-called white man be brought down, right? And that's going to happen in their future. But I'm close here, Lord willing. This was edifying to the sheep. Shalom.